Hi, gentlemen. It is Tuesday, March the 31st, and this is Mr. Connelly here with your guidance update. And not a lot to report except the big news out of Queen's Park. Nothing really surprising, but the Premier and the Minister of Education did confirm that they will be closing the publicly funded schools beyond their original projections. So they're closed for the entire month of April, not reopening at the earliest until the first week of May. Again, I think we were all kind of expecting that. And as an independent school, we're not governed by exactly the same rules as the publicly funded schools, but we are still kind of a public space. So we have to follow health guidelines and we have to kind of take our lead from the relevant ministries at Queen's Park. And so I think we should expect to continue the way we're going for the foreseeable future. So I think this online learning piece is going to continue. So we should buckle in and double down on our efforts to be successful at that platform and to navigate it successfully. I don't think it really fundamentally changes anything. I think we just continue the way we're going and trying to continue to experience the successes that are being reported. I was listening in my role specifically for announcements about post-secondary admissions, and they did discuss that briefly. They talked about college and university admissions and the fact that those are continuing with the efforts of admissions committees at the various institutions. That's consistent with what we're seeing. Students are still getting offers. They did make an interesting comment about semestered schools. They noted that in schools where they are working in semesters, students will have final marks from the first semester, but then very little from the second semester. So they may be relying more heavily on grade 11 marks to predict grade 12 results, which is interesting. I think that actually gives you a slight advantage if my reading of the situation is correct, because in your case, you've completed about 3/4 of the coursework in all of your classes. You have 2 rounds of marks, or you will have as of April. So you really have significant evidence of your learning in all of your grade 12 courses. And I have to think that's valuable information for the universities to have versus kind of predictive marks. So I think that's a good thing. I think we're going to continue to see offers coming in, and I think that bodes well. Of course, we don't want to see any slippage, so make sure to work hard, be communicating with your teachers, maintain a healthy and active schedule during the day, set measurable goals for yourself and hold yourself accountable for meeting those goals. And if you need any feedback or support with that, of course reach out to your guidance counselors or another caring adult, and we'll be glad to kind of reinforce that with you. But yeah, they also mentioned OSAP loans being deferred for 6 months in terms of repayment. That won't affect you directly because you're not in university yet, but you may have older siblings who are, and so you may want to pass that along, and your parents as well. Tell them to go on CP24 and maybe watch the whole announcement, go on and watch it yourself. But yeah, it really is reinforcing the idea that we should adjust as well as we can, and I think most of you have, to the online learning environment. Make sure you're engaged with your teachers and that you're working hard and that you're asking for help when you need it. And there's a lot of people prepared to provide that. So yeah, so just let us know as those offers come in and reach out if we can help in any way. Okay, have a great rest of your day.